Today, we're not just talking about a few simple life hacks. No, we're going bigger. We're going to build a complete, sustainable system for productivity. We'll look at how to master your day, organize your digital world, design your physical space, and even how to shape the very culture you work in. So, let's dive in. You know that feeling, right? Your day is absolutely packed. You're bouncing from one thing to the next. But when you finally log off, you feel like you haven't actually moved the needle on anything important. You're just reacting all day, not creating. Well, this is all about how to flip that script. Okay, so let's start at the micro level, mastering your own day. These are the things that you can directly control. We're going to see how a proactive morning and a really structured evening can completely change the game for everything in between. And this is the absolute key, right? That idea of being non-reactive. Most of us, we wake up and what's the first thing we do? We grab our phone and immediately start reacting to a flood of emails and notifications. But the real secret, according to productivity experts, is to fiercely protect that first part of the day, to feel in control from the jump and cut down on all that morning anxiety. So how do you actually do that? Well, it's a pretty simple three-step process. First off, you gotta resist that urge to open your inbox. Just give yourself some space. Second, you have to clearly define what success looks like for your day. What are your top 1 to 3 priorities? And third, you attack those priorities during your magic hours. That's that 2 to 4 hour window after waking up when your brain is at its absolute sharpest. Don't waste that peak energy on busy work. And this just lays out the difference perfectly. An unstructured day, well, it just bleeds into your personal time, leaving your brain cluttered with all these unfinished tasks. But an intentional workday, one that's bookended with a clear start and a clear finish, creates boundaries. It lets you psychologically detach, which is absolutely crucial for preventing burnout. The key to that psychological detachment is the shutdown ritual. You know how our brains just love to obsess over unfinished tasks? Psychologists actually have a name for that, the Zeigarnik effect. And this ritual is designed to defeat it. By tidying up, capturing all those loose ends, and planning for tomorrow, you're essentially telling your brain, hey, all the open loops are now closed. And that verbal cue at the end, saying something like, shut down complete, it's like flipping a switch. It's a powerful signal that the workday is officially done. Okay, so we've got a handle on our time. Now let's move on to mastering our digital space. Think of it like this. If your daily schedule is your blueprint, your digital world is the actual office where you get the work done. A truly brilliant system for this is Tiago Forte's PARA method. Instead of sorting things into a million vague folders, you organize everything by how actionable it is. For example, complete the Q3 report is a project. It's short-term with a clear goal. Client management, on the other hand, is an area, an ongoing responsibility. An article you saved about a new marketing trend, that's a resource. And all those completed projects from last year, they go in the archive. It's simple, but so powerful. And here's the big idea behind it all. The whole point of organizing isn't to create some perfect, pristine digital library. It's to focus your attention. By moving anything that isn't immediately active into an archive or a resource folder, you're basically putting it in cold storage. This keeps your digital desktop clear and lets you focus only on what matters right now. So, from the digital, we're going to zoom out to the physical. Your desk, your office, even the light in your room, all of this stuff has a much bigger impact on how you work than you might think. So what's better, a messy desk or a tidy one? Believe it or not, the research is surprisingly split. A cluttered environment can actually spark more creative, out-of-the-box thinking, perfect for, say, a brainstorming session. But a tidy desk, well, that reduces your cognitive load and is linked to healthier habits, making it ideal for deep, focused work. So the real takeaway isn't that one is better than the other, but that you might want to tailor your environment to the task at hand. But you know, there's one strategy that seems to benefit everyone, no matter their tidiness preference: biophilic design. It's the simple idea that we humans are just hardwired to connect with nature. So bringing things like plants, natural light, and outdoor views into our workspace, that isn't just about making things look nice. It directly impacts our health and our productivity. So how much does this really affect us? Well, the numbers are pretty striking. First up, employees in offices with this kind of natural design report a 15% higher level of overall well-being. That's a huge boost in just daily job satisfaction. And it goes beyond just feeling better. It affects our health too. Those same offices, they see nearly 20% fewer sick days taken. That's a real tangible benefit for everyone involved. And here's the big one for productivity. Things like access to natural light and some greenery can improve your focus and output by as much as 12%. I mean, that's like getting an extra half day of productive work every single week. All right, let's take our final zoom out. Because, our individual routines and our physical spaces are powerful, for sure, but they all exist within a bigger context, the workplace culture. A huge part of a modern, productive culture is understanding and supporting neurodiversity. And this isn't about pathology or something being wrong. It's about recognizing that our brains all work in wonderfully unique ways. A neurodiverse workplace is one that celebrates these differences in thinking, learning, and problem solving. So the big question is, how do you actually build this kind of support system? Well, it involves providing clear structure, offering flexibility in how and where people work, customizing communication styles, and really, truly fostering a culture of inclusion with training and great mental health support. Look, these aren't just special accommodations. They are smart strategies that set everyone up for success. Okay, so let's bring it all home in our conclusion. As we've seen, building a better workday isn't about finding one single magic bullet. It's an integrated system. It starts with your personal routines, it extends to your digital and physical worlds, and it's ultimately supported by an inclusive, understanding culture. Each layer actually makes the others stronger. There's this great quote from a workplace design expert, Dr. Chesley Black, that just nails it. This whole approach isn't just some nice to have. Designing our entire work experience, from our daily schedule to our office culture, is essential. It drives success for the business and for the well-being of the people doing the work. The two are completely intertwined. And that's really the question I want to leave you with. True, sustainable productivity, it isn't just about taking boxes on a to-do list. It's about consciously designing the entire environment, your time, your space, and your community to help you and everyone around you thrive.